This is Sonia Schreier-Norris, Project Coordinator for Ploud at the Library of Michigan. Thank you for joining me for a short Ploud-specific tutorial on representing the MEL eResources on your site. MEL has changed. It is no longer intended to be a destination for Michigan residents. Instead, we want local libraries to offer the MEL eResources on their own websites. Ploud libraries represent 1/4 of all the public libraries in Michigan, and you are important in this effort. First, I'm going to show you the updated list of eResources. Then I'm going to show you how to find even more of those great graphical links on mel.org. This is my demo site, and it represents a collection of the Michigan eLibrary eResources that the Library of Michigan team selected for Ploud websites. You are able to pick up and use this code or insert or delete your own eResources. It includes some of the most popular ones available in the MEL eResources suite. Let's go on over to the Bad Axe Area District Library website, and you can see that they still have the old list of Michigan eLibrary resources that came out in October before we had those great graphical icons. So, how do we get the new pretty look? First, we go to Get Help. This is your ability to put in a ticket or to search for articles in the knowledge base. I'm going to type in the keyword Michigan, and the first link that comes up is Michigan eLibrary MEL eResources links. I'm going to go to that article in the knowledge base where I get step-by-step instructions with screenshots on how to insert this code. I am now going to walk you through this same thing. We actually have 4 lists. We have the teen version, the kids version, the short version, and the long version. The long version is currently the only one that has the graphical interface, although you can definitely insert your own graphics any way you would like to. Let's open up that long version. We now are presented with a page of HTML code. I'm going to put my cursor in the middle of the page, Control A to select all of it, and then Control C to copy it. I'm now going to go back to the Bad Axe District Library site, and I need to come into my tiny MCE editor and click on Source Code. That's the little open caret, closed caret. I click on Source Code, I delete the old information, and Control V to post the new information. I click on OK, and I now have the MEL eResources selections with the pretty graphics. And I click Save. Now, as I said, these were pre-selected for the Ploud libraries, but you can absolutely include more or fewer of the MEL eResources. Let's go on over to mel.org, and I'll show you where to get additional resources. Go to mel.org and click on Library Staff. Scroll down, and on the left, you will see eResources web buttons. There is code for each of the eResources. There's actually 2 kinds of code. There's GeoIP URLs and direct URLs. For the Ploud libraries, we are using the GeoIP URLs. That means that it's looking at whether the user is coming from within the state of Michigan. If they are, they will be automatically granted access. If they cannot determine if the person is from Michigan, they will be prompted for either their driver's license number, or if their library participates in MELCAT, their library barcode number. This URL system will not allow you to get individual library statistics. If you want individual library statistics, you need to use the direct URL. Most of the time, the GeoIP URL will work very nicely for the Ploud libraries. I'm going to pick up this little bit of code for Academic Search Complete. It is both the code for the icon as well as a link to the e-resource. I'm going to select it and Control-C to copy it. I'm going to go back to the Bad Axe District Library website and click on Edit. Go into my source code. Find my place on the page where I would like this to display and paste it. I click OK, and I now have the Academic Search Complete icon. You will need to include your own description to add a new e-resource to Ploud. If you have any questions about how to do this, feel free to call Sonia at the library or email her at norris2@michigan.gov, and she would be happy to walk you through how to make this work on your own Ploud website. That concludes this video on representing the MEL e-resources on your Ploud site. I hope you've discovered some takeaways that you can apply to your own website. This project was made possible in part by the Institute of Museum and Library Services. Have a great day.